honorable guests, dear colleagues, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to address you on the occasion of the 5th World Summit of Regions on Food Security and Sovereignty. I regret that I cannot participate in person. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers for convening such an important summit dealing with relevant topics on food security, which I believe will succeed in advancing the global dialogue on achieving our joint global goals of zero hunger. Regions constitute an essential link between national and local governments and play a crucial part in supporting national agendas on food security policies. For instance, in some countries, the regional governments are responsible for school meals policies, an essential part of food security and nutrition, amongst others. On the other hand, regions face challenges in the implementation of such policies, particularly in the least developed countries, and especially when tackling complex issues such as climate change and food systems transformation, for example, by preventing food loss and waste. It is thus imperative that we lend the necessary support to regional institutions in fulfilling their important task. The Committee on World Food Security, or CFS, plays a crucial role as a platform for intergovernmental coordination and multi-stakeholder collaboration in building robust partnerships for agriculture and food systems transformation, with the aim of ensuring access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food for all. Regional institutions in adapting policies and legislation can benefit from using the CFS policy products, such as the principles of responsible investment in agriculture and food systems, or referred to as RAI principles, that were endorsed in 2014. The RAI principles are a starting point for defining how responsible investments in agriculture and food systems can contribute to food security and nutrition in the recognition of respecting human rights. Other CFS products include the voluntary guidelines on food systems and nutrition endorsed in 2021, which aim at promoting policy coherence and reducing policy fragmentation between sectors that impact food systems and nutrition, including health, agriculture, education, environment, gender, social protection, and trade, just to name the few. They can serve as important tools for driving transformative change towards increased food security and better nutrition. These examples also align with the efforts to revitalize indigenous and traditional food crops, many of which are highly nutritious, that currently are or have not been in the past eaten regularly, especially in the continent of Africa. Many of these indigenous food crops may be better suited to tolerate hot and dry conditions since they've been adapted to the local environment for thousands of years, such as fonio, teff, and various species of millets commonly present in Europe. I would like to specifically draw your attention to the voluntary guidelines to support the progressive realization of the right to adequate food in the context of national food security, which we are celebrating 20th birthday or anniversary this year. These guidelines represent the first attempt by governments to interpret an economic, social, and cultural right with actionable recommendations and practical guidance for their implementation. I'm sure you will already be aware or familiar with these major CFS policy products, which are freely accessible on the CFS website and extremely relevant for these discussions you will be having over the next 3 days. In fact, I hope you accessed our library of materials already and started browsing amongst the many documents readily available to you. I'm convinced that regions or municipalities are taking their rightful place in advancing diplomacy as actors of change within their respective countries. By applying CFS policy products, facilitating the sharing of information and knowledge on soil-adapted crops or seeds that improve yields in agricultural crops are just those examples which are of relevant to your region. The FAO has got a VEX initiative which also is aligned with investing in appropriate technologies to support farmers to grow nutritious foods, linking smallholder farmers to markets, promoting the food systems transformation in an inclusive, adaptive, and resilient manner. Therefore, become champions for achieving zero hunger. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, it is my hope that your next days will provide you with an opportunity for open and transparent dialogue on advancing the collaboration to promote food security and nutrition at local, regional, national, and global levels. I look forward to reviewing the outcome of your discussions. I thank you for your efforts and this opportunity to share the perspective of the Committee on World Food Security during this session. Thank you.